So many influencers in my community at one point have the thought if they should have a manager. And this concept of having someone help you in your business and helping you pitch is often something that once you get to a certain point, you start thinking, is this something that I should do? I've been wanting to do this for a while now because I do think it is a topic that comes up quite often. So what I want to dive into in today's episode is really what managers look for in creators. When is the right time for you to start looking into management? What are some norms? What's expected? And then questions you should ask yourself and your potential manager. These are questions you should be asking them to have clarity before you sign anything. Now, the first thing I do want to state when I'm talking about an influencer manager, we're talking about someone who is managing a creator's brand partnerships. That's really what I want to speak to. We're not thinking, top level operations in other areas of the business. I want to just kind of deal with brand deals specifically. And then the way that they get paid is commission based, right? And we'll go over like standard commissions, but I just wanted to start off like definitionally, what is a manager? I think a lot of creators kind of see having a manager as like the shiny coin. It's going to fix all their problems. Once they have a manager, they're going to be making so much money. And again, guys, remember, I have a community of 150,000 creators. I work with so many creators every day. I have creators who have managers and I have creators who don't. There really is no right or wrong path. Remember, you're a business owner and you get to make those decisions for yourself. I'm not here to tell you what's right or wrong. I want you to just think critically. However, before you even ask yourself, like, I want a manager, does a manager want you? And I say that with love and respect and kindness, because think about it, a manager, if they're making commissions off of you, then you need to be generating revenue, right? Like there needs to be some sort of income there. I've had creators who are not making money and they're like, I want a manager. I'm like, why would the manager want to work with you if you have no proven income? So like just breaking it down really simply, if you are making $100,000 in brand deals, that manager is probably only getting 20,000 of it, which is a standard 20%, right? So to you, that's like 20,000 is a lot, but think about like if we were to break it down per month, it's like less than $2,000 a month. It's really not a lot. So oftentimes managers will have like revenue benchmarks that they're like, this creator needs to already have established proof of income and they want to see those receipts. They want to see that proof before they take you on. Now that may be for more credible management agencies. Let's just say you find someone who's just getting started and they want to like, a friend or a cousin or someone who's getting their feet wet and they want to support you. They may not have those revenue requirements. I'm speaking about like the managers that I know that deal with, bigger creators and bigger influencers. They want to have that established income there. However, if you're just getting started, but you are closing partnerships, maybe $500 partnerships, $2,000 partnerships, all of that is still going to be very helpful for you when you do find someone that you want to represent you or to work with you. Now, something else managers look for in a creator outside of money is the overall creator's, I would say like brand safety. Is a creator responsive, timely? Because it's going to be a creator that the manager is going to have to babysit, or is the creator active in their business? Like they are creating, not only killer content, but responding to emails on time, getting the deliverables done for a client on time. Like all of those intangibles are also things that managers really care about. When it comes to content and having a very clear vision, this is also important in that manager equation, because then they're able to see, okay, well, can I scale this creator? Can I get them to 2x, 3x, 4x their income? Because they know who they are. They know the type of partnerships they already are engaging in. Or is a creator still lost, confused, like all over the place in terms of their content, their niche, their positioning? So the types of creators that do really well with management outside of the financial piece are creators who exactly know where they're going and they have that piece very, very clear. And the manager is just going to help accelerate that. So let's talk about the pros. Having a manager, and many times I've seen a lot of creators be like, I would have never negotiated that on my own. And that tends to be the biggest thing I hear when it comes to money. They just get better rates, maybe less deliverables, and they really have someone on their side advocating for them and giving them the best bang for their buck. I think that is always like a really big benefit. There's something more scary for some creators when they're negotiating for themselves. Obviously, you're also getting your time back because the idea here is that manager is pitching for you. There is an outbound strategy. They are going into the market and hunting for you, and you don't have to be doing doing that, and that should be freeing up your time. And that time needs to be allocated to other areas of your business that are either going to be revenue generating or maybe on your content side. But obviously you're getting your time back. A lot of times managers may already have those established relationships, right? So they're like, oh, we have a deal with Walmart and one of our other girls did it. Now we're going to hand it over to you. They have those friendships. They have that network. You're hoping that your manager has those established relationships. So it's a lot easier for you to get opportunities. And the goal with management, I feel like managers are really good at advocating for long-term deals, not one-offs, because then they get guaranteed income, right? They sign you a $50,000 brand deal. That's in their interest. Even if it's over a year or 6 months, that is in their interest because again, it's commission based. So it makes more sense for them to advocate for longer term partnerships. Now let's talk about the cons, because in my professional opinion, and this is just coming from experience and seeing so many creators tell me that they've dropped their manager and that they, can't find the right manager. There's always it feels like you're chasing a unicorn in many ways. And I think it comes down to ultimately, will anyone fight for your business the way that you will? Will anyone put in the effort for you like you would, right? And oftentimes that tends to be the biggest complaint. Well, I thought they were going to be pitching for me more and I thought they were going to be reaching out, but they're not really getting anything for me. It tends to be a lot of my inbounds that is making the money. And then there's this resentment, right? Because creators are like, why am I giving a piece of my inbound money to this manager? Because those leads came to me and they're not really bringing anything new. So, creators kind of get a little bit of resentfulness. However, to show both sides, I just want to say there was a situation with one of the creators I worked with. Her manager pivoted an inbound lead and got her way more than she would have gotten herself, even though it was inbound. So something to be said there. But anyways, the creators oftentimes feel like no one is working hard enough for them. And then there's the transparency piece and the networking piece and the contacts piece, right? A manager has a contact with Walmart. You don't. Do you have that email? Do you have that relationship? Do you have that network? Something to consider. Again, oftentimes that is the manager's role. They're the ones in charge and you don't really get to have privy. Now, maybe those are things that you talk about, like a shared inbox or things of that nature. But again, the higher up you go, when we're talking big money, big management, they're not going to succumb to your requests and needs. Again, it depends what you bring to the table. Everything is negotiable. I am team everything is negotiable, but I find that a lot of the times it's the managers who keep those contacts, and that's really valuable. When it comes to commissions, we're looking at anywhere between 15 to 20% of your income. And actually on the brand side, there are times that I find that having a manager could hurt you, but it could also help you. There's times that, brands want to deal with managers and they have those relationships. And then there's times that when you pitch a creator and they have a manager, the brand is like, oh my God, I'm going to have to deal with this one now. So just something to mention. Now, before I go over some questions that you guys should be asking your manager, I'll put them in a PDF for you guys and actually link them below. But before I do that, I just kind of want to also share a thought. Having a manager also kind of depends on how you want to build your business. Do you want to have someone that is in charge, in a separate area of your business and they're just running? Or do you want to build a team? Sometimes creators are like, I want a team, right? So you have an assistant or a VA or someone that you have Monday morning meetings with and you're really close to, and they're doing lots of things in your business and pitching is part of it, right? You're paying that type of person a flat fee. You're paying them, maybe hourly or a retainer. But the idea is, I'm going to make a number up. Let's just say you pay your VA $3,000 a month. The idea is they're bringing you $6,000 to $9,000 of brand deals, right? So you're not giving a commission, but you're paying flat fee. That is something that you guys can think about as well. Do you not want to give away that support? You want to build your own company and your own contacts and all of that? Or are you just I don't want to deal with it. I just want someone else to kind of get in and do that. If that's something that you guys are interested in, more of the support and the pitching and not giving away a piece of your business, I'm going to go ahead and leave a link below so that you guys can reach out to us. We do have different services that we do for creators a la carte, depending on the creator. If we think they're a good fit, we don't manage, but we do support creators in the pitching process. So if you guys want to go ahead and set up a call with our success manager at Sidewalker Daily, they can share with you how we can support you in this piece of your business, helping you with the pitching piece, getting you, knocking on doors, but more from that, support side versus manager side. So that's something you're interested in. You can go ahead and get on a call with our team and see how we can support you. Okay, so let's talk about questions you should be asking your manager if that's the route that you want to go. One of the things that I always kind of think about when we think of contracts is kind of like the termination clauses, like how long, am I in this relationship or manager, relationship with you for? Is it a year? Is it 6 months? Is it 30 months? Do I need to just let you know 30 months in advance if I want to leave, and vice versa if they want to drop you? I think having a lot of clarity around that piece, the termination piece, is very important. Also understanding, like, can you work with other people in your business? I also would want to know questions around like fees, like hidden fees. Like, let's just say there's a legal fee and, we get a really big partnership with, I don't know, a big company. It's $100,000 deal. What about the lawyers that need to come in? Like, what are the fees that we don't really know about until they happen? I'm sure a manager can help answer that. Are you allowed to also pitch while they're pitching? What's the transparency look like? Like, are you able to see who they pitch? Do you get some sort of report being like, we pitched this amount of brands this week? I don't know. I'm just all about like transparency. That's how we run here at Sidewalker. Like, we want our clients to see, okay, the number of pitches, who we reached out to. So what type of transparency or systems are there for you to see? Like, I don't know if that's even something you could ask, but I would want to know, like, how many brands do you plan on pitching for me a month? So asking like clarity around volume. And again, understanding, can you also pitch? Even if you have to give them a commission, like, can you also be active in your business if you wanted to be? Doesn't mean you necessarily have to be. Another thing you want to understand about your manager is who else are they working with? Like, what's their client load? And this is going to help you understand how much time they're able to allocate towards you. Are there people that are similar to you, different to you? Who's handling the day-to-day? Does this manager have an assistant? Who's the point of contact if you wanted to ask questions? Having clarity about like the team and the structure. And then last but not least, understanding, what does success look like? How are you guys going to measure success? Is it a number? Is it a monetary value? Oh, we're looking to hit this number a month. Are there goals being set? Because again, us at Sidewalker, when we work with select clients in that piece of their business, like, we want to be very clear with metrics and goals so that everyone knows, like, are we hitting them or are we not, right? So being able to measure success, or at least deciding what would a win look like, is it just increasing our open rates, right? Or making sure that we're getting on more calls with brands and networking more, that could be a win too. So having those clear conversations with your potential manager, I think, again, this is your business. You got to advocate for it. You need to go in hard. Because once you sign someone on, you're in contract with them. So I would ask all of these questions to make sure that you feel really good about who you're going to work with. And like I said, y'all, if you do need support on the pitching side of your biz, we don't do management as of yet anyways, so we're not managers. But if you end up wanting support on pitching, brand deals, media kits, support in this side of the biz, this is our strength here at Sidewalker Daily. So go ahead and set up a call with someone on our team. We will share with you how we can support you in this piece of your business: monetization, brand deals, sponsorships. That is our specialty. And I'll see you guys in the next video.